Hey YouTube, how is it going this Wednesday? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I want to update you on my watch list and show you some of the best looking tradable charts that I see in the market right now. All right, well, I haven't done a video in several days, so in this one, I just want to update you guys on some of the stocks that I am watching, ones that I have on my watch list, and I'm potentially going to buy some of the best looking chart patterns that I see in the market right now. And the first one I want to talk about is CleanSpark. Of course, I do own this one. I have a little bit of CleanSpark on the brain right now. I'm kind of like just binge watching all this CleanSpark information. Should be done hopefully in a couple of days, then I can move on to some other stocks and maybe get some different information. But man, CleanSpark is looking really good at the moment. And if I zoom in a little bit here, take a look at this current price action, we can see this thing is holding up beautifully above that 8-period exponential moving average. I thought that this thing was certainly going to find more resistance once it filled in this gap, but man, this thing is just hanging tough right now. And if we go to that 15-minute chart, back it out a little bit, we can see it's finding resistance at this gap fill area, but you know, it just hasn't really pulled back. I mean, this really wasn't any pullback at all. And man, CleanSpark just looks like it is poised to break above 1375. And if it does that, this one could be off to the races, and this area right here could be the bottom. I'm hoping that it's not the bottom. I was really hoping to accumulate some shares under $10 a share, but I am of the opinion that we are probably going to get a decent sized market correction before the end of the year. So I am still sitting on some cash, hoping to get some cheaper prices in some of these stocks. A few of the stocks that I own have pulled back to support levels, and I added a little bit. But, you know, I'm just kind of sitting tight, hoping that if we do get that market correction, you know, I have some dry powder to really add to some of my long-term positions. But CleanSpark in the short term is certainly looking like it has bottomed. Oh, and by the way, I am not a financial advisor. All this is just my opinion. If you don't mind doing me a small favor and hitting the like button, liking the smash button, etc., I would greatly appreciate it. But please make all of your own trading decisions. I'm just trying to show you guys the best looking charts that I see in the market right now. I am not a financial advisor. Now, the next one I want to show you is the Chef, Tattooed Chef. Let's go back to the daily chart. And last time I talked about Tattooed Chef, last week I said I was adding at this support level just under $16 a share. By the looks of it, I should have bought a ton of calls and a lot more shares. I only added about 100 more shares to my position. And man, this thing has just gone straight up. It looks like it has a date with that 200-period simple moving average up over $20 a share. So, man, this thing has used that support area like a trampoline. This thing has gone straight up. And Tattooed Chef is another one that I want to build out just a little bit more, but, you know, kind of waiting for that market correction. But, man, nice move in Tattooed Chef. And I'm glad I at least added a little bit under 16, because if this is the bottom, then, you know, I would have liked to have gotten more, but at least I got some at that low. But like I said, still waiting for that market correction, that potential market correction. I got some dry powder, and if a Tattooed Chef drops below $16 a share, I'll definitely be adding more. All right, let me go to actually one more that I do own, because there was a few of them that I do own that are actually setting up pretty good. This first one I want to talk about is ARLP. They are Alliance Resource Partners. They are in the coal sector. And, you know, I bought this one once it broke out of this rounded bottom, and it's just been slowly grinding higher. You know, this is one of those stocks that probably isn't going to set the world on fire, but it's going to be one of those nice inflationary plays, and I think coal is going to continue to do well. But as of right now, it looks like ARLP is about ready to break through this consolidation above $8.35. And I think if it does, it'll be ready for that next move up. So if you are looking for a, you know, I guess like an inflation hedge kind of stock, I think ARLP is setting up for another leg higher. But like I said before, this one isn't going to be one that knocks your socks off. It's kind of a slow mover, but it is only just in right around $8.25 a share, so it's not a very expensive one. And the next one I actually want to show you is another one that I own. It's ARPO. And ARPO, I own this one maybe around 210 or so. This thing kind of teased me last week when it exploded higher, but then it pulled right back, pulled back into these moving averages, but is starting to hook up again. So I think this thing is kind of a ticking time bomb waiting to explode higher. I'm really hoping that it breaks above this 230 area, because I think if it does, once it does get going like this one more time, it should be able to hold it and continue moving higher. So ARPO is looking really good. Now let's get into the ones that I don't own. Now this is my favorite of the ones I don't own. This is GALT. Galectin Therapeutics, ticker symbol GALT, but this one is making an absolutely beautiful chart pattern. Nice rounded bottom, breaking through this resistance area right around $3.60 a share, is printing a beautiful green candle right off of that 8-period exponential moving average, which I love to see. It kind of had one right here, after holding it, had a nice green candle print holding that moving average. Then you got the subsequent move higher. That's what I'm hoping with in GALT, and I think if GALT can hold above $3.75 in the last half hour or so of trading, I'm probably going to take a position in this one, because I really like the way this pattern is setting up for a potential move higher. All right, next one I want to show you is UONEK. I haven't talked about this one in a long time. Urban One Incorporated. We can see this one is making a nice rounded bottom, a little bit of a cup and handle formation at these higher levels. It had a big move up all the way from under $2 all the way to $6.50. Hasn't pulled back a lot and is starting to round out very nicely. It looked like it was breaking out earlier today, but it has tucked its head back in. But nonetheless, this thing is right on the brink of breaking out. So I think Urban One is setting up for another move higher, so that one is definitely on my watch list. Another one that I am watching is DLPN. This one is really intriguing me today. This one is making another similar pattern to GALT, having a nice rounded bottom, blasting off that 8-period exponential moving average. And I think that I probably want to get into this one, because this one probably just has explosion written all over it. And if it does explode, I'm going to be very sorry that I didn't buy any of Dolphin Entertainment Incorporated. They are in the NFT space, I do believe. And of course, those seem like they're picking up steam again. So DLPN is definitely one that I'm keeping a close eye on. The next one I want to show you is MMLP. I've talked about this one several times. This one is in the oil sector. It's breaking above this resistance area again, but it's pulling back, so this one just kind of keeps me guessing a little bit what I want to do. I thought after this breakout right here was going to be good to go, but had an immediate pullback. I was really close to buying this breakout right around 350, but I wanted to wait a little bit just because a lot of breakouts have been failing, and that's exactly what happened. But it immediately got right back above that resistance area. So if this thing can stay above $3.20 and kind of, hang around till this 8-period exponential moving average catches up, I'm going to be pretty interested in buying some MMLP. If we look closer, we can see it is already holding that moving average just perfectly. So usually third time is the charm, and if this thing can hold above right around 320 until that average catches up, I think this one could be headed up for its next leg higher. All right, another one that I am watching is PXLW. See, PXLW has exploded from 3.25 all the way up to 5.5 and is just holding those gains perfectly. That's exactly what I like to see. I like to see this moving average catch up and then hold that moving average, and then a nice green candle printing as it touches that moving average, and usually that is a sign of the next leg up. So PXLW, this one could take a couple of days to set up. If this thing does come crashing down tomorrow, I'm probably going to be tempted to take a day trade once it touches that 8-period exponential moving average. If that does happen, I won't be holding on for the long term. I'll probably just try to capture a quick 8, 10, 15% on this one. But if this does continue to move sideways until this moving average catches up, I'm going to be looking for a bigger move to the upside. Now, another one that looks like it could be rounding out a little bit of a bottom is SENS. Haven't talked about this one in a long time. Had a nice gap up back in early June, and it's just kind of been forming a little bit of a rounded bottom at these higher levels. And we can see that it Didn't come quite down to that 8-period exponential moving average, but it is just barely above it when it reversed. And I think Senseonics is looking very bullish at the moment as well. Okay, everyone, that is all I have for this video, so I'm going to end it right there. But if you have any questions or comments on any of these stocks, or if you have any other ones you want me to take a look at, please leave it down there in the comments section. I will get to them as soon as I can. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching my video all the way to the end, and until next time, take care, everybody.